Hello and welcome to Make It Rain, the Smash Bros. Weekly talk show by Rain eSports. I'm with you myself, GP, and with me always is my co-host, the tranquilizer tactician, Professor Pro.
Hey guys.
And your special guest for today's show is the Project M development powerhouse, JCaesar.
Hello.
Yeah.
Now, as you would expect with today's guest, we'll be discussing Project M primarily, as well as talking about the past UK tournaments from the Saturday gone by, Smash and Dash. Now, JCaesar, of course, Project M has been like almost like game number two in the Smash scene for the past half a year or so. And how has it been like being part of the development team during this rise to the top or near to the top?
It's pretty special. It's fun to go to big tournaments and have tons of people recognize me that I've never seen before. Because people come up and shake my hand and ask for even autographs. Like I'm not a celebrity or anything. It's pretty crazy. I mean, you were there at Apex. So I'm sure you got a piece of that.
But I didn't get people coming up to me in particular, other than Nick Riddle gushing over my accent. But no. Oh yeah, for those of you watching who don't know, me and Jay Caesar, like as a combined team, ran Project M at Apex 2014. It was hectic, and I think we both got very ill.
Yeah, we did. But it was worth it. It was the
It
biggest
was
Project
worth-
M tournament ever, and it went amazingly.
yeah, was it like over 400 entrants?
It. I think the final count was about 385 because some people didn't show and things like that. But
Which
it
is still
was
huge. But,
it was good and it ran really well, really smoothly the whole time, even though we had half the setups we were expecting.
oh god, yeah, yeah, I do remember that much. But of course, Project M 3.0, well, 3.02 has been monumental in like bringing into almost reviving a couple of scenes. Is there anything we can expect from the future for Project M, or is that all classified information?
Yeah, it's pretty tightly sealed at the moment, I think. But I mean, we're certainly not sitting on our laurels or anything.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on behind the scenes at all times.
Is there anything you can reveal to us? Give us any exclusives?
Not really, like you
Yeah, I
can't
don't
there's
think
not
so.
really anything too specific, but sorry sorry to spoil it, but I I guess the only thing I could say this version will probably be around for quite a bit more, but like the next release will probably be pretty big, I should say. That's all.
Oh, dear. See, right now I feel like that third friend in a group of three friends where the other two have got a secret, and between each other, and that guy finds really badly. Ah, no. Well, of course. How has it been watching the development of the Project M metagame from as developers? That this goes to both of you, I guess, because of course you know how each character is designed to be played, or have a rough idea of how it's designed to be played, and seeing perhaps the metagame go in a different direction to what you expected. How does that feel?
Do you want to go
uh,
first?
Yeah, but honest, well, for me, being behind the scene, I remember when we had 2.5, and when 2.5 is out, all I think of is 3.0 is going to be so big, so big. That's all I can think of, and then 2.6 got released, like, and then even I was telling all my friends 3.0, just watch out for 3.0, 3.0, like, and everyone kind of knew it was gonna be big, but they didn't know. And then like when Mewtwo, like when being behind the scenes, I remember like being behind the scene and watching like the Mewtwo and Roy stuff before it got released to the public. And like being behind the scenes and just watching that stuff is so good. Like just knowing everything that's gonna happen and then like reading people's reactions after it, like and people getting hyped is like being behind the scene for that. I think that was probably one of the best bits, like 3.0 and watching everyone be excited. I love that.
Yeah, I was actually in the room at the big house when Mewtwo was announced, and they showed his trailer on the big screen. People went nuts. We were jumping all over the place and running around. It was awesome.
Well, I remember sitting at home one day when I first saw the Roy trailer, and I was absolutely amazed by it because you managed to get a working clone engine,
Yeah.
which just doesn't.
Everyone went wild. They're like, the clone it's been fixed, it's been fixed. Everyone went wild. It's just figured out, and there was a thread of speculation for other characters, like, and add in, like, it was best to read, like, it was good reading. I enjoyed that a lot.
Well, but of course, I mean, assume you've got extra characters coming, right? You don't have to tell us what they are, but just have you got extra characters coming?
I don't think we can even say that much.
Ah,
No,
no.
but we are allowed to say there's still spots. I know we're allowed to, everyone, that's public
Yeah,
knowledge. There's still spots, empty character spots. That's all I'm gonna say. There's empty character spots.
yes, it is
that's,
possible to add more.
that's public knowledge.
Or maybe I'll actually find a main in that list of new characters because I can't find one still. But so of course we know Smash 4 is coming out later this year, and of course that's going to be amazing because it's got brawl air dodges in it. But what? Why are you laughing? This is true feelings. But no, really. Of course, Smash 4 is coming out this year, and that's going to probably be the central point of the scene for a little while. How do you think Project M is going to fare with when that comes out? Do you think it's going to be pushed to the side a little bit?
I can't. I can't wait for all the people to come in, all the new people, and be disappointed and come to Project M after.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I I think Project M is gonna be fine because it's melee physics. As long as it doesn't have melee physics, it's not gonna compete with melee. Like it's not gonna compete with Project M. Like that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Because it's the physics that people enjoy. They enjoy the gameplay and as long as Smash 4 is around brawl physics, like it will be a new game. I doubt that's Project M.
All right, yeah. I mean, honestly, I was playing Melee yesterday, and I compared it next to Project M, and I can't understand how anyone would still play Melee when they have Project M.
It's still a good game. It's still a great game.
It's a good
I
game, but instead of having like 30, 40 characters that are viable, you have one.
No, it's like 4 or 5.
Fox isn't any black right now.
Sorry. There's two. There's NTSC Fox and there's Power Fox.
But the game, it's good. It's not. It takes a lot more skill. It takes a lot more skill. Project M. I even know that. I play both, so honestly, I could say it does. But it's still a good game. But it's just how it is, man. It's just
Right. Okay. Well, JCaesar, because I've already had a Prof's stance on this, but what are your thoughts on the characters at the moment within Project M? Do you think that there are any that are particularly good that need to be toned down a little bit, or perhaps ones that need to be brought up to a higher level?
Balance definitely isn't perfect yet, but I mean, I think we're doing a pretty good job. There are definitely some outliers rising, and I'm sure we're all taking notes in the back room. So uh, we're gonna make things as balanced as possible with each version, but we also stability is really important too, so people can learn the metagame and things like that. So
Are you going to finally fix Fox?
yeah. It's hard to find. Sometimes it's hard to find the balance between people just being inexperienced against a character and a character actually being too good. Like it's hard to find the balance sometimes, and like a lot of people, it's hard unless you actually do it. You don't realize how much work goes into certain characters and how hard it is to actually balance it. It's not as easy as people think. There's a lot of that has to go into it. But yeah, like we always try to find stability. Sometimes like something OP might creep through, but then it will just get resolved in the next version because it's still updating. So there's not like we're not perfect. We can't play test everything, to its maximum degree, and then nothing not get through. That's just how it is. But as long
Yeah.
as we keep on trying, we'll end up coming to a great version.
Yeah, fair enough. Of course, Jesse, I've known you since like 2011, I think, from
It's been a while.
from
Yeah.
way back when we both played Rob in Brawl, and Rob is still calling card in Project M because you're known as probably the best, well, definitely the best Rob player for Project M in the world.
Uh,
Probably some
not
of the
really.
fact you made him,
But
but
You're one of them. At least you're definitely one of them. One of them.
okay, top 5. I'll take top 5.
is there even 5 people who play Rob in Project M?
There are some good ones springing up. There's at least me, Oracle, Kurt Q. Does Alpha Dash still play Rob?
No,
No,
No.
sold out his link now.
That's a shame. But
Yeah.
there's some up and comers.
Okay, fair enough. But anyway, of course, probably the most definitive thing about Rob in Project M that he didn't have in Brawl is his interesting recovery mechanic with his silent up Bs where they're just flat boosters. Where did the inspiration for that come from, and generally, how did you think about implementing that?
Well, it wasn't actually me who came up with this idea. It was I can't even remember the guy's name. He hasn't been active in a long time, but it actually came from Cave Story. If you've ever played that,
I've
the way
heard
the
of
boosters work in that, where it's a flat side or vertical boost, horizontal or vertical. And yeah, we just started thinking about ways to implement that because it would be more fast paced than Brawl's floaty booster just kind of hover in the air for a while thing. But yeah, I think it really sped him up from Brawl.
Okay, now sticking to Rob, I heard a rumor from somewhere that Rob from Brawl does not have a helpless animation, and
That's
for,
true.
because of course air dodging puts you into helpless in the melee engine. You had to create
Oh, yeah.
animation, otherwise it would
Yep,
crash the game. That's true? Yeah.
that is true. Yeah, we actually took, I believe we took his helpless animation from his Nair. He's just spinning.
Oh really?
I
I thought
never knew that. I never ever knew that.
Yep.
looks like it's from his Brawl up air though, because his arms are kind of flailing around.
Or is that it? Maybe we used Nair as a placeholder for a while and switched to that. I can't remember honestly. But no,
Okay.
I think you're right. I think it might be from Brawl Up Air.
Okay.
So a little bit of that left in the game.
Well, speaking of falling and helpless, I'd like to reference someone who everyone thinks is going to be falling and helpless come JCaesar. And you've both know exactly what I'm about. Um, JCaesar, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the now very much hyped Professor Pro versus Rolex money match. It's going to be coming up in a couple of months' time. How do you think it's going to go down? Who do you think
Yeah, how do
wins?
you think it's gonna go down? I want to hear this as well.
Oh god. Well, I don't want to I don't want to talk bad about anyone, but my money's gonna be on
You're free
Professor
to
Pro.
insult Prof if you want. He doesn't.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to get it changed from $100 to $200, but he's ignoring me. He's ignoring.
He's scared.
I said it in a Twitch chat. We were in the same Twitch chat, and I was like, "Do you want to do it for $200?" And then someone else brought it up later, and then I was like, "He's ignoring me." And then Rolex said, "I'm not ignoring you. What did you say or something like that?" And I said, "To the $200." And then he said, I answered it, and I said, "What was your response?" And he didn't say anything. And as soon as he didn't say anything, I went straight to Twitter and I said, "At Rolex Snake, do you want to blah 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 for $200?" And he's ignoring it. I was just like, "You're scared. You're scared." Like he doesn't want to do it. So I want to take more of his money. He's free. I'm sorry.
Well, we already know exactly what you think of Rolex, JC. So let's hear your thoughts on this. What do you think is going to happen?
I mean, I think it's going to be pretty close, judging from both. I mean, you have pretty different play styles, and I'm not sure which is going to have the advantage, but my money's still on Professor Pro. And that's what it comes down to.
So I have to admit that's the first time we've actually heard someone on the show not say Professor Pro straight away. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's all like everyone since well, all all two of our guests before you have said it's Professor Pro straight away.
Well,
I think he's trying to be a nice guy. He doesn't want to say anything. I'm guessing he's friends with Rolex. He must know Rolex in real life.
I mean, I don't know him personally, but I still want to be. I don't want to be a dick to him. There's no reason for that.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh dear. Fair enough. Okay.
I have one question. Who you team with at Skater 3? Out of curiosity.
I don't think I have a teammate actually.
Oh, no, I just wondered because our team was Strong Bad. I was just wondering who you were going to team with.
No, well, lately I've been teaming with my girlfriend White Peach, but I don't
Yeah.
think she's coming. She doesn't like to travel to big tournaments,
Fair enough.
so I haven't really asked around yet. I guess I should get
That's
on
fair.
that.
Perhaps you should team with Alpha Dash because I heard he's coming too, isn't he?
Is he?
Oh yeah, he is coming. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's coming. So
another
get to play.
British.
I'm interested in seeing how you do against Alpha Dash actually, JCaesar. So
Oh yeah, I'd like to do that.
Did you know he's coming? Did you?
I didn't know he was coming. No.
Yeah. It's only me and him that's coming, so you'll get to play him. So it'll be pretty
Nice.
good.
Perhaps we should have a JCaesar versus Alpha Dash money match.
Yeah, Rob it.
Who does he play now?
Link,
Oh, Link.
spam boomerang.
Not scared. I got side B. I'm not scared.
That's
Oh, the call out. The call out. Okay, and now, of course we said about the future of Project M around Smash 4. But I'd be interested to hear your thoughts about how Smash 4 is going to go as a whole, because you, just to quote you earlier, you said you're looking forward to all of the people coming in, being disappointed by Smash 4, and playing Project M instead. Is that what you think is going to happen with the Smash 4 scene? Do you think it's going to be almost a carbon copy of Brawl, or perhaps?
I don't know. It might have more staying power than Brawl, but I mean, there's really no way to know. We only have the littlest of information from the trailers and stuff, so
I,
I don't.
I do think regardless, it will make see big like that won't be a negative thing. It will bring in new people that wouldn't have come in.
Absolutely.
So it's gonna be big. Like that's one of the best things about Smash. Like even if it ends up being bad, it's gonna bring in new people. And if it ends up being good, then it's just a new good Smash game for the community. So we're gonna win like regardless, because Smash is just blowing up. So
True.
it's a win-win kind of.
Okay. Interesting. Now, this isn't like directly Smash related. However, of course, I spent most of my time with JCaesar when we were tearfully working our way through waves of Apex pools and then the bracket when everyone, ripping my hair.
Was it really bad? Was it really bad? Stories like that actually that bad?
It was crazy.
We had about
We did have help.
we had 12 setups for nearly 400 people.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
So bad. We had more than that, like monthlies.
Yeah. To give everyone reference, the tournament which I'm going to be talking about later, Smash and Dash, had nearly 80 people. We had 16 working TVs, and that was a whole lot of work to get done on time. Now, try and compare that to how few setups we had at Apex with how many people entered, and you've got some of the most hellacious tournament organising needing to be done ever.
And we got it done in 2 days.
We got it done, and we were actually the only thing that finished on time, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, we appear to have lost Prof. And anyway, we got that done on time eventually. But I'd like to sort of discuss about the concept of running a tournament efficiently Because although that isn't directly Smash related, that seems to be very related to a lot of areas in Smash tournaments where things don't often finish on time. And what do you think needs to be done? Because you've of course been to so many tournaments and ran a couple yourself. How do you think we can improve the efficiency?
I mean, the key is just to have as many setups as possible. So I guess it really helps that Smash 4 is going to be on 3DS. Everyone will have their own setup.
Yeah, that's very much true. Do you think because I mean I've been looking into it. Have you? I don't know if you've looked into Swiss format tournament running.
Uh,
I don't know.
Not really. I know there's been some discussion about it lately. I've seen it popping up on Facebook and stuff, but
Yeah.
no, I haven't really. It still gets a lot of hate from a lot of players.
Well, see, the thing with Swiss format is that it doesn't really work on consoles, but it would work very well for handheld.
Oh, it's
But
it's like it's like round robin, right? But you just play a bunch of different people and best record wins at the end or something. Is that how it works?
I believe that's how it works. Yeah, I mean, I haven't looked into it too much yet, and it works off who you actually beat. However, it then removes the majority of the hype of grand finals and things. But is there anything with the actual tournament running itself which you think can be improved, like people being on top of their pools more, perhaps smaller pools,
Yeah,
more?
getting help from like pool captains and just TO helpers to go get people can be a big help because that's a lot of the time right there is just finding the people to play their matches. And then you have, I mean, I don't want to call anyone out, but we have old school Melee players in our region who will go out for a smoke like right before grand finals when they're supposed to be playing and they hold up the whole tournament for
Uh,
that, and that's really not acceptable. And I mean, a lot of people just get special treatment because of their name, and they really shouldn't. I am proud to say I've disqualified Mewtwo King and Mango from tournaments before, and yeah, no Johns.
yeah, I was actually at Apex. I believe I was on the verge of disqualifying Armada at Apex before someone came up to me and said, "He's playing Melee. He'll be there soon." And we had lots of situations, but there's been plenty of situations where you have top players turning up late and generally holding everything up.
Yeah,
The favoritism is definitely an issue, which,
yeah, but you can't let them get away with that. That really kills tournaments.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I mean, running. I mean, of course, I've run so many tournaments now that I've just lost count of how many I've done in some form. But
Yeah, another problem with top players is that they tend, if you're running multiple events at the same time, they tend to be very far in bracket in all of the events, and that holds things up too. And
yes,
you just got to find a way to plan around that because you can't DQ someone from one tournament for being in another.
yeah. Now, speaking of top players, Prof has just rejoined the chat, so we can continue with him. Yeah. Now, now speaking of tournaments, now of course this past weekend we had Smash and Dash, which was our local UK tournament, which was hosted at the Heart of Gaming Arcade in London. Huge shout outs to them, by the way, for giving us a discounted entry fee into the venue. It was super helpful for all of us and made the event that much better. Now, Prof, I'd like to get your thoughts on how the tournament went as a competitor from you.
Yeah, no, it was. I enjoyed it a lot. I was kind of salty because I got destroyed by VA in Melee, and he was like bragging to his friends afterwards. But then I beat him in losers finals, and he was kind of salty about that. And I was like, yeah. I was happy about that. And then in PM, for the first time in like a year and a half, I actually lost a set to Fuzzy. And he went Fox. I was so salty. I was so salty. I was 2-0 up. I was 2-0 up, and then he brought it back 3-2. And he was just like bragging about it as usual, bragging when he wins. And then luckily in grand finals, I beat him like 3-0 first set and 3-1 the next set. So I had him 6-1 in grand finals. The last match was super close, and then when I pulled it through, I was happy Because I just feel like you just sell it out. You just go Fox. You're not even trying out new characters. And so I was happy when I beat him. So yeah, the tournament overall, I enjoyed it a lot though. So it was pretty good.
Yeah, I'd like to just reference a little exchange I had with Fuzzy.
Yeah.
But in between when he beat you in winners finals,
Yeah, yeah.
when you beat him in grand, he
Yeah.
uh, he said, "Finally, I figured Prof out." No, 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 wait, no, wait. Let me finish because that's not even the best bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, well, what is he doing that you're figuring out?" He says, "I'm just watching his character instead of my own."
Yeah, I was telling you.
It's a melee thing, but for me as a brawler, I never watch my own character. I'm always watching the opponent's character.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone that's such a high caliber player say just watch the opponent's character.
Yeah, but he was bragging to so much people like after. That's why I was so happy when I beat him 6-1 in the grand finals because he can't say anything then. He can't say anything. He was so salty when I was beating him. But as long as he's going Fox, I just want to beat him to show him that he can't just go a melee character and do what he wants. Like I just want to keep on beating him every single time he goes that sellout character.
Okay. Now, we also had, of course, along with you coming first in Project M singles and second in melee singles.
Yeah.
We also had our Project M Pro Am event, which I don't know if you've heard of this before, JCaesar, but it's an event where you have a Project M / melee player teamed with a brawl player, and you try and balance it out as much as possible so you've got the best with the worst, and so everyone's mediocre in their team, and you try and have the most balanced deal possible. And last time we did, me and Professor Pro won, and this time Professor Pro won again.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we need to handicap you with possibly the worst player ever. I'll get my mum
Yeah.
next tournament so you can team with her. But,
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. It is really fun.
but no, was there any thoughts around doing around that particular tournament? Because of course that started late because we wanted to get singles.
I don't know. I thought I might lose when I heard R23 and Kong were teaming with each other. I
Yeah.
was like, that's not a fair team. I was like, they both play Project M, like, and then I was playing with someone who's pretty bad. But luckily I just kept on gimping them with Snake, like throwing them off the stage, forward and them, and then like we just pulled it through. I was just telling Lumpy, just stay alive, because I knew all they wanted to do because he was a bad player. I just knew they wanted to kill him like really quickly. So I was just like, just play safe and like, if I kill them and you stay alive, we'll win. So and after we beat them, like it was pretty much free like for the rest of the tournament because they were the hardest team. Like even though they won in grand finals, grand finals was easy. Like it was them that was the hardest team, and
You were against Swizzy and Takuya in
yeah,
finals, yeah.
it was kind of free.
He actually, actually knocked out me and VA who were teaming, and a little exchange which I heard from the tournament, which I found very funny, where we had where me and VA were teaming, and I had a VR Tarot complaining, saying that it was an unfair team when his team was 2 melee players.
His team was who did him with?
I think it's Blur,
I don't know. Your blood's not that good to be fair.
but it's 2 melee players. I don't play that game.
True, like if they're too many players and they're not that good, like it doesn't really mean anything. Like they're not even like top 15 like in the game.
Well, fair enough. Well, I'm gonna like, bring it back to both of us now, so you can stop just kind of like sitting there listening into the conversation.
Yeah.
Sticking to the tournament, the Project M Pro thing. Does that sound to you personally? Does that sound like a good idea, or just a UK casual thing we do?
I mean, it's pretty neat, but it'd be hard to seed, and also people generally just wanna do normal teams, I guess. And after singles and teams of whatever events we do, people just want to go home usually. We generally have been trying to end tournaments earlier, like 7 or 8 p.m.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, like Smash Dash actually finished in record time, where we finished at about 8:30, which
Oh,
is
wow.
never happened in the UK before, I don't think.
With Pro Am, it was single elimination, so it didn't take that long. It was single, so it wasn't like it was double elimination. It was just single, and it was like £1 entry, which is like 60 cents.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds fun,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I could get people around here on board
Yeah.
with it.
I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, fair enough. Now we're gonna avoid straight information and just go straight to just predicting and hearing outlandish theories. What are your guys' theories for how Project M is going to shape up in the coming couple of months? Like, is there anyone that you guys have seen that you think is going to be a major player very soon?
As hard as it sounds. Wait, you go first.
Sorry.
Go on.
Do you mean character or player wise?
Both.
Oh, I don't know. I definitely see Diddy moving up. I think Diddy has all the tools to be absolute top tier in this game. Uh, Maybe Meta Knight too. There aren't a whole lot of like top level players playing Meta Knight right now, but I think if there were, he would be really, really good. Uh,
What
I
about
don't know beyond that.
what about for
Yeah.
players?
I can't think of any players like. I haven't seen any players like that have just randomly like stepped out and performed like really well. Like
Yeah,
everyone, everyone that everyone that I've seen is pretty much been their performance has been in the expected area. Like they haven't done anything like wow. Like this player is like wow. Like it's been like kind of the same. And I think it's because like we all live in our states and areas, and like the levels have kind of been solidified. Like, and if people do get better, it will be like a slow creep, but not like just randomly like exploding on the scene. Like that's what it seems like anyway. So I doubt any players would just come along unless it's a player who's from another country like me, and I go to America and I do better than people expected me to do. But other than that, like I think I think people will. I can't really see anyone just getting good randomly. And I agree with the Diddy Kong and Meta Knight thing, by the way. Both of them characters, like, they have a lot of tools. I can see them, if someone actually gained control of them, like, fully and knew what to do, like, they would be, like, a massive threat with that character.
yeah. About the players though, we actually, I hate to say it, but we in MDVA have a player who just like randomly exploded onto the scene and has been doing really well. He plays Diddy now. It's
What's his name?
Seagull, the brawl player.
Oh, Seagull Joe.
He
Yeah,
hits, he hits me. I said I got,
last week, I mean, Chillin' dude has been on a tear for like 2 months, just
yeah.
destroying everybody. And last week, Seagull took a set from him, so
Who does
Chillin'
Seagull
ended
play?
up winning the tournament. What's that?
Who does Seagull play?
Diddy Kong.
Oh, I thought he played Ivysaur.
He did for a little while, but
Oh.
then he realized Diddy Kong's better, and that's his only interest is playing the best character.
But
He was that guy at your fest that was saying that I'm gonna get bodied by Rolex, wasn't he?
Yeah, he is. That's the
Yeah,
guy. He's a huge
yeah,
troll too.
yeah.
if we can
He's
make
like,
him for but there's so Diddy Kong and like, are going up definitely then, yeah.
yeah, that's what I think anyway. If
hmm
someone, if it goes in the right person's hands, basically.
hmm
Mm.
Okay, that's fair enough. Like I think I can agree with that. Actually, I'm gonna just take this conversation down the Diddy Kong route because I spoke about it quite a lot with other people at the last tournament. He kind of plays a snake-ish gameplay with his bananas, where they're kind of like landmines that are less of a consequence to hit. But his bananas are far less dangerous in Project M than they are in Brawl because, of course, you can take the trip.
Yeah,
True,
Just like
but
the heal.
you can still get follow-ups off of it.
yeah. He seems faster though than his ball.
Yeah,
Um,
he's so
yeah,
fast.
yeah. Like so,
He's
even if you can take it, it seems like you still have more options like from it because it's just a faster character and more tools. Like I
Yeah.
guess it's not. You don't have like as guaranteed setups, but like because it seems like banana to smashes are pretty much guaranteed in brawl, aren't they? Like you can do a
You glide toss.
banana then smash attack. Like I think. Am I wrong?
Yeah, if you glide
Yeah.
toss,
But like
loads of
it just
cards.
seems like he has more tools like with to deal with bananas, like using them. I don't know. I could be wrong, but
I suppose I understand what you mean. What with aerial glide tossing and all that, that works.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try something here. Something that's new to to me. But I think you two are gonna be good options for. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say a couple of character names, and when I say them, I want you to say what you think the best thing about that character is. Either your favorite thing or best competitively. It doesn't matter which of the two. But for this sake, I'm gonna want JCaesar to answer first, and then Prof, you can answer right after.
I'm gonna say what I think the best move on that character is. That's what
Okay,
that's
best move on the character from you.
okay.
Okay, actually, we'll do it like this. JCaesar, I want you to say what you think the best thing about the character is, and a Prof, I want you to say the best move.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
I so
Ivysaur, I'm back here.
Prof saying the
What?
move. You're saying like about the
What?
character.
You
Oh.
should say the move as well. You should say saying the move is better.
Um, range?
Okay. You know, what, just go with move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Move is better. Move is better.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So back here from JCaesar, Prof.
Say it the same thing on the same character. Oh, Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf, I'll say.
Razor.
Yeah.
Okay. Meta Knight.
Uh, back air?
Down there. Angle down there.
Five kicks, man. They're too good. Okay. Sonic.
Spinning.
Which one?
All of them.
That's like six
there.
moves.
Full there.
Four
I'll
there.
say. Yes, full there.
Okay, see, I'm trying to avoid melee characters because everyone already knows what their best moves are. Zelda.
Forward air, back air? Actually, no, neutral B.
Yeah, I would say that neutral B. Neutral B definitely. Just that invincibility is just and the hitboxes.
Yeah.
Neutral
It makes
B.
her so hard to fight.
Yeah.
Okay, Donkey Kong.
Cargo, up throw.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Can't go up for her.
Okay, last one. This is probably the toughest one. Olimar.
Neutral. I'll say neutral.
Neutral.
Neutral probably. Like it's the best gouge move and it's pretty.
I said pivot grab.
Pivot grab. No, we know you come from Brawl, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay, I think that's just about everything we have time for today. So before I close off the show, I'd like to thank you, JCaesar, for coming on and joining us on this show. I'd also like to give a few shout-outs to firstly Rain eSports for making sure this all works properly, and to all the people making sure Professor Pro can go to JCaesar this summer. Thought of which primarily being Clash tournaments, Rain eSports again, Kitaro, and 812 Hertz Gaming. Thank you to all of them. Now, that's all we've got for this show, so I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.
But I am really looking forward to playing you, by the way, JCaesar.
I'm looking forward to you too. I've
Yeah,
been training.
and I'm not East Coast Eddie.
That's
so,
true.
so yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. But yeah.
Definitely. All right.
Alright, that's all for today. Goodbye.
Thanks.